Good afternoon. This is Michael Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. It's right around noon, and I'm going to just do this quick video on my phone here, just to give a little bit of an update on what's going on, and latest thoughts with the winter storm coming tomorrow. Of course, we were put under a winter storm warning this morning around 3 o'clock, and that winter storm warning goes into effect at 1 a.m., lasts through 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. National Weather Service is calling for 4 to 8 inches of snowfall with some higher amounts possible. That's been my forecast for multiple days, as you all know. So I was kind of glad to see that come into alignment with what I had been thinking. So, and that remains my thought. However, keep that higher amounts possible in your head. I'm going to show the GFS model. The reason I'm going to show the GFS model is as I'm looking at balloon data, I'm looking at surface data, I'm looking at the position of the low and all the pressures, everything on all the models compared to what's going on in reality. GFS is pretty well on the ball with it, which is kind of unusual. It's very rare that at this range you're going to go with the global model instead of one of the high resolution models, although most of them are somewhat, they're pretty much the same, a little bit of variations. But let's take a look at the GFS. What I'm showing you right now is the GFS with the Kuchera method turned on. That accounts for the snow ratios and all of the modeling. If you turn on the Kuchera method right now, it takes a snowfall that would be at 10 to 1 and it's reducing them to about 7 to 1 or 8 to 1. And that's because it's anticipating a heavy wet snow. The heavy wet snow compacts more as it hits the ground, so it doesn't accumulate as thick as what light fluffy snow will. So the GFS is somewhere around about an 8 to 1 ratio. So this is kind of in line with what I'd had on my forecast. We've got the areas up around Lafayette and Kokomo that I said were at risk to be lower, and it's got them a little bit lower. You look at the down around Bloomington was an area I said that was at a risk to be higher than the 3 to 6, and it's got that a touch higher. So that's all looking good. But again, this is at 8 to 1. I'm going to show you at 10 to 1, and the reason I'm going to show you at 10 to 1 is dynamic cooling. As this snow falls through the air column, it invariably will cool the air, but this heavier, wetter snow, especially at the intensity it's going to be at, will cool the air more. And I've looked out today, I don't know if you've seen it, but there have been a few little random snowflakes around. It's 35 degrees outside, and there's still snowflakes flying around even today, which tells me that one, the warm air layer is very low, very thin. The cold air is immediately above the surface. That bodes well for higher impact snow. And so the air column's already plenty cold. Then you bring this into it and it's going to cool it even more. And that would tend to dry the snow out a little bit, fluff it up a little bit more, and make the snow amounts go up. So again, this is the GFS at about an 8 to 1 ratio, and here it is at a 10 to 1 ratio. So again, the path is relatively the same, but you can see the snowfall amounts for like Madison County went from 8 inches to 11 inches, and so Lafayette goes from 4 to 6. So it makes an impact on that. So it's something we're going to be monitoring. I'm sticking with my 4 to 8 inch snowfall forecast. That's what I've had for days. That's what I'm going to stick with. But keep the higher amounts possible in your head, because it's starting to look like those higher amounts are indeed very possible. So I'll update later if need be, but I just wanted to drop this little line, let you know. I'll shut up so that people don't have to listen to me talk any further, and we'll update as needed. In the meantime, thank you. This is Michael Mitchell with Madison County Weather Updates. Have a great day.